20.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, and he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
21. Hey, got it.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hey, Tuesday. Get up!
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Green the line! Come back!
Back to throw, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions. And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time.
21.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Watch the motion. Mike by board, Mike by board, Mike by board.
They go play action here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Richmond. Come back, come back.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. J.J. Watt in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight.
21.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. J.J. Watt bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Tiger. Come back.
Now Watson on third and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
22.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Hey, green the line, green the line.
Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Green the line, green the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Faking the give. Now Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
We got three, fellas, we got three. Richmond, Richmond. Richmond, Richmond. Two jet, two jet. Two jet, two jet. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Now it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Thomas barreling ahead. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Move.
Watson just beating the play clock. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
To throw is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And here comes the Texans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Richmond.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin.
I sound it.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground? Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like. That one, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone. All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Given 3 on the gain there, second and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lucky 56.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He can't get him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, here's Smith. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They get 6 on the pick up there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Smith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Carolina getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. You've got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Detroit! Detroit! Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
3 down. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Smith. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Gone!
He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. finds a man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Cut!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 3rd down, Smith. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So out come the Falcons now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw here. And he fends him off. And with a flag down, he goes goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A handoff to Smith. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for them coming via the field goal, and this last one puts them out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you can't score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to air one out and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Panthers coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They come out here in the I. Smith trying to run for it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll set up to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the line. Got his man complete. And a loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Right back to him on first down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check it, Humphrey. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now Ito Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Open space inside the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is going to sound crazy, but that type of a carry, big-time run, actually brings a high and a low to it. The high, of course, is the run. But the low, he didn't quite get to the end zone, just short of the pylon. What do you think he's doing in the huddle right now? Guaranteed he's lobbying for the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. Here we go now with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. Here's Smith. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Caught right side, Davis. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hot!
They'll run it again with Smith. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go! 3:19! 3:19!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with time running out. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Running left, it's Smith. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Falcons, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
When you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my head, stop.